everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I am very excited to be showing you guys this mint in box vintage Lego Harry Potter set. Definitely the one that I was interested in the most out of these three that are designed for girls back in 2001, and I never had, and I am very excited to not only own this, but to have found it sealed in the box. I paid a lot of money for it, actually. I paid like 80 bucks, but for me, I just really wanted the joy of opening this. And the box is not in perfect condition, but that's okay. So anyways, in this video, we are going to open it up, kind of take a look at it, do a speed build, and then a review. I do also have the other two sets. I've reviewed the Harry Potter one. I need to review the Ron Weasley one, and then I'd like to do a full, like, triple, like, overview of them. I think would be really cool. And so this is just sort of filling the Lego drought that we don't have anything going on right now until the new year or until Christmas comes and new sets become available to me. Anyways, let's take a closer look here. So we have set 4723, ages 6 through 10, and it is called Diagon Alley Shops with 80 pieces. Back in the day, this would have retailed for $10. Now, if you want it used, it's going to be about $40 and new about $88. So I paid right in the grouping of that area. $10. Wow, that's crazy. So if you were unaware, when Harry Potter came out for Lego, they came out with like a couple of sets that were like themed for girls. This is obviously back before Friends, so people were like trying to figure out what it was that girls wanted. I can tell you confidently that if my parents had gotten my sister and I these sets, we would have really liked them. The colors, the purples and the pinks and the translucents are really cool, at least to me. I can't speak for all girls, but this is something that absolutely would have applied to me. I don't think these were great sellers, maybe because they were a little bit obscure. Nobody really understood why they were like this. The only, way you could tell it was a girl's set was we had Hermione in the corner, and we have like some shiny window packaging, which is really cool, by the way. Taking a look at the back, and we have their Just Imagine logo, which is amazing, and it is for Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone up in the corner. You join the fun online, and you get a good look at both of the shops that come in this set. So anyways, really fun. Gotta open this up, gotta be super careful because I want to maintain the box for sure. These ones didn't have a very good way to open up other than you just kind of cut the back, but they're made out of like a really nice thick cardboard, and you didn't really see this clear thing very often. I think that the Hogwarts Castle had like an open view window, but it's so shiny. I have the other two sets, but I never have the boxes for them, so this is the first I've seen. I'm mesmerized. So yeah, let's get a knife and open this guy up. All right, there we are. Ta-da! Doesn't that look nice? Look at all those fun colors. There is a hole in the bag, which is kind of funny because this is an unopened set. And this is even more fun. Wow. With a money sprue too, that's fun. And then our base plates, which are some very interesting color greens. We got lots of, let's see, it looks like some capes. We get a mail away. Here are the instructions. Here is the catalog. And then we have the foldable piece of cardboard. And I'm not really sure what these tabs do, other than it looks like you're supposed to tear them off. I don't know. But look at that art. Is that so cool? For something that would be considered Lego, to have something that's totally illustrated. I love the mix. That's definitely the Magical Menagerie. That's so cute. I see why this is like the most sought after of the three sets. This is really cool. But yeah, I love the fact that they did like non-Lego illustrations for all this stuff with the Lego set. So yeah, let's go ahead and build it, and then we'll take a closer look at the whole thing built. That's so fun. Look how cool that box is. I just love it. I'm just so pleased with this set. How lovely, I just gotta say. All right, I guess we'll finally move the box. Let's go ahead and start with the minifigure, Hermione here. And she's just lovely. She's got a little blue sweater and dark blue pants and that old brown hair. This is such a familiar Lego. She was our mom in most of our house games that my sister and I played with our Legos. Very simple face. And just a single minifigure for every one of these little sets. I mean, they were $10, so they weren't too crazy. Again, that backer is just phenomenal. It is such a blend of classic Lego with pre-movie Harry Potter. I know these sets, I believe they came out in tandem with the movies, but before that, there was quite a bit of merchandise that had been released, and nobody had really known what exactly the movie was going to look like, so they were very based on the book, especially with the clothing that they were wearing, and so this is very much that style. I don't know if it's the same artist or not that did all of that concept work for Harry Potter, but nonetheless, it looks fantastic. It's very easy to tell which shop goes where, animals, other stuff. I would assume this is the Magical Menagerie, and this one I'm not really sure. It could be Madame Malkin's robes, but there's a lot of potions in it too. They were definitely trying to show off, the different stores and whatnot. And I think that it really lives up to its name. It's Diagon Alley Shops, and I most certainly get the feeling of that. This just really hits home. It is so cute. So I guess we'll start with the Magical Menagerie first. I'm going to move this out of the way just for the sake of making this review a little bit easier to see because it does get busy. So that being said, this just, oh my gosh, it's just amazing. The color choices, the translucence in this just really is something that I like a lot. So we have a light green base with an owl post and a little white cat. Again, getting all these animals was pretty cool back then. We have a very obvious cash register with no printing. None of these things had printing other than the spells in the books. And then we have a coin sprue, which I just don't have the heart to break apart because they just don't come in sprues like this anymore, and I love it. And they were these like little chrome painted, so I just kind of have it sticking out of the drawer. You're supposed to put the money in the drawer, which is very dollhouse style to me. Later on, Harry Potter did make a printed cash register, I just want to note. And then in the back, we have a very interesting thing I'll get to. We have some colored wands up top, which is amazing. I just love those. Or lightsabers, however you want to call them. We have a rat in the back, a fire, a little globe, and on this treasure chest, which is translucent pink. Mind you, they reused a lot of these colorations from other girls' lines, but still. I don't know how much of it is original to this set or not, but I just love it. We have a frog at the top, which again, I love anything with these little frogs. I was a really big fan of that piece when I was younger. And you open it up, and not only do we get a lobster, but we get a radioactive orange lobster, and that weird crazy orange that you just don't see anymore, and it's so bright. It's hilarious. It's like a translucent lobster in a translucent treasure chest. That's just wild to me. I love it. I really like this pink treasure chest. I've seen it a couple of times, and it's definitely the coolest one, and it just sort of sits back there. It actually kind of hovers. It doesn't connect in, but then you have this little area for Hermione. She can go shopping and pick out, if you want to play a later movie, she could be picking out Crookshanks, which could be this cat right here, even though it's white and not orange. But really, really cute overall. All right, and here's the other piece. Again, I'm not 100% sure which shop this is supposed to be, but I like it nonetheless. We have a little coat stand for these capes, and this is their school cape with the stars, and then a red cape, which maybe it's a Quidditch cape, I'm not sure. They do, since they're so stiff, they kind of want to pop off this little coat rack here, but I like that they have that nonetheless. And then we have a couple of books, which are really cool. Old school books. And we see them reused throughout this line quite a bit, but they have little printed spell tiles, which again, the Lego Harry Potter team was shoving these in every single set for the most part. I really like that book. That's a cool one. And we get that translucent star one. And these books would wear out over time. The more you open them, the more likely they would eventually break apart along those edges there. But it was a really cool concept, and they added a lot of printing detail on them, which is really neat. We have a little potion and a couple drawers, nothing in these drawers, and then we have some cabinets back here, and that's just for fun. We'll move the coat hook, which is a really good use of that cut piece, by the way, but I'll move that over for now and show you. I've never seen this piece before, this giant jug. That works so well to me for Harry Potter, and I don't see it in any other vintage sets again. At least I don't think. We have some other translucent potions back here, and I use this so that the broom can be held up, which I think is a great idea. It's actually just held on there by tension, which is funny, but it is in that nougat color, which is not super common in the rest of the line. I think it was more specifically for these girly sets. And a couple of poles and more potions, and then 2 witches' hats. And we have pink and purple, and I really like that. Later on, we'll see Ron's the dormitory, and he also has a witch or wizard hat, which in the books they wore. But we'll just stick that little piece right back on there. And it's a fantastic set overall. Again, I am just elated to finally have my hands on this set, and to be able to open it up brand new is so very cool to me. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Stay tuned, we're going to have the Gryffindor dorm room coming up, and then we're going to have a really cool overview over all 3 of these girl Lego Harry Potter sets. So stay tuned for those, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye, guys.